So this morning we've got Dharmabandhu again. So Dharmabandhu, he did a brilliant session a while ago. Bodywork session, and I think he's really kind of delightful the way he does these sessions. So I thought I'd get him again, and so he's gonna do the whole session. So he's going to lead us into bodywork, and then into something called focusing, which is a kind of form of meditation where we kind of focus on feelings, but how feelings manifest in the body. So that should be pretty interesting, really. So yeah, okay, all right then. So over. Are you here? Yeah, Dharmabandhu. Wait.
Am I here? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Wherever that is.
Yeah, exactly. Take it away. Yeah.
Take it away. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today's another day, isn't it? Yeah. And I've just had a cold shower. So that's woken me up. Went to bed a bit too late. Perhaps you can see my eyes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a bit of body work, energy work, just to wake the system up, wake the body up. So I'm already started rubbing my hands, and I'm just going to do my sort of little program I do. Well, it's not a program, it's just some things I do to wake the body up. And I'm going to stand over here. So first of all, though, how are you? I don't know who's out there, but I hope you're well. And so just follow if you want to. You can sit down and do this, if that's really what you need to do, or you can lay down, or you can imagine doing it. But if you want to join me, we'll just stand up. I'm just going to start by bouncing a little bit, shaking a little bit. I know it looks a little bit strange if you haven't done it, but the body likes to loosen up. So I'm just tuning into my body now. So whatever I'm doing is the way I'm speaking to you, but it's me just doing what my body's asking for or needing. And yours might be different. And I'm going to come into my back now. My back. I've just done a weekend of yoga training with my teacher. He doesn't call it yoga anymore. He calls it Aquaviva method. He's a great yoga teacher, but it's more of a way of working with the body for all sports, all systems. So I'm a little bit stiff on that even. Okay, just let's rub the hands together. Bring some energy, some chi to the hands. Warming our hands up. And then just rubbing the face a little bit, maybe stroking the face, the eyes, the forehead, your scalp, my scalp. I'm just rubbing my scalp, waking the top of my head up, massaging around the back of the head. So you tune very much into your body. It's your body that also needs to wake up or to be massaged. So Do-in, this is called Do-in. But I think a lot of people know it. It's a Japanese form, but it's self-massage. It's quite a broad system to do with food and lifestyle. Okay, another little shake. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, so that's waking the body up. A bit more tap in the back, well, my back, lower back. So my body's feeling a little bit stiff this morning. Lower back, shake again. And then we're just going to do a little bit of Tai Chi. So I've also trained quite a lot in Tai Chi over the years. So perhaps most people know a bit about Tai Chi and movements. So we're just shifting the weight from one foot to the next. Turning the hips, letting the hips go. So this session this morning, it's me just doing my free form, waking my body up, coming into my energy. So I'm not saying it's Tai Chi or anything. It's a mixture of Qigong, Tai Chi, Doing, and some yoga is going to come in there as well soon. Okay, my knees playing up a little bit this morning. I did quite a lot of work on my knees yesterday, so I'm just going to roll my knees. I'm not going to put too much weight on my knees, just a little bit to roll them. And as I'm doing that, I'm also really feeling the connection to the ground. Often our bodies play us up because we haven't got support. By that I mean support through the ground, through the earth. Whatever we're touching, we need to be able to feel support from the ground, from the earth, and also from space around us. So in Qigong we work with the earth energy, we work with connecting to the earth, and we also connect to space above and around us. Okay, I'm moving back to my back again. It's still asking for a little bit of TLC there. For those of you who are out there, I don't know who you are, I go to the Butterfield Festival and I often do this in the morning with a group of people called Magical Youth. And I go in and wake them up in the morning and we do some of this body work. So rubbing the hands together again. Waking up, stroking the face, round the ears. You can even tug down on your ears a little bit, just waking round the ears up, stroking the ears. Whoops. And let's do a bit of tapping, so tapping the head, round the back of the head, the neck, shoulders. Your head. Okay. I can feel my body's calming down now. I think the excitement of coming here and just doing this and in an audience, so I don't know who's out there, but tapping around the eyes, your eyes, stroking the forehead, your forehead. So very much following your needs, what's your body asking for. Okay, I'm coming into my chest now. I'm going to warm my chest up a bit, my heart. So, yeah, Dharmabandhu said as an introduction, I forget what he said, I was just getting myself ready, but I think the heart, the love, the energy in the heart is so important. So we're just okay, another little shake. So we're slowly working down from the crown of the head. I mean, I know we've done a bit on the knees as well, but I move around the body. And in fact, I'm going to do the shoulders now, so you can lift one arm up. And we can tap on the shoulder, down the back. I know my body's quite vigorous with this, isn't it? Shoulder, back of the neck, that's behind the back. Other arm, swing it up and over. Other side. Wake up. feels good to do that. Then you can just throw your arms up in the air. Up in the air and then down. Up, down. Up, down. Good, that's it. Okay, I'm waking up. Face again. Rub the face. Hands. Face the ground. I'm waking. My face is waking up. My eyes. Yes. 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 Come on, buddy. Wake up. Come on. Yeah. Scalp. Oh, yes. Shit. Wake it. Okay, now I'll do a little bit of tapping. You can use your fingers or you can use your hands or your knuckles. Just be sensitive to what your body's asking for. Come into the heart. And make this sound a little bit of like a clock. This is something I learned from my teacher, Qigong teacher. We did 5 weekends on one of the 5 animals, Qigong animals, and this is from the monkey. So the monkey works very much with the heart energy, play. Okay, good. All right, let's give the belly a little bit of rub. And I'm going to come to the hips. Wake those hips up. It's interesting, when I've only done this 1 morning with, no, 2 mornings I think, I did it last week or the week before. And it's different doing it on your own and you can't see anybody to when you're in a group, so I have to have a group of people I'm working with, playing with, and I can pick up on them where they're at with. But anyway, whoever's out there. Okay, now let's just do the lower back again, behind the buttocks, just above your buttocks. Lower back, a bit higher up the back if you can get there. Oh, good, that's it. Waking up. Ha 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 ha. You know. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Okay, I'm just going to do something slightly different, just moving backwards and forwards, letting just one foot in front of the other, find a place and just rock backwards and forwards. This is a Tai Chi. I learned this in 1981 when I moved to Bristol with a Tai Chi teacher called Alan Peck. He was great Tai Chi teacher. So there are many different styles. This is from the Yang style, the Yang family. But anyway, it's a Tai Chi movement. Just Good. Okay, let's circle the hips. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, I'm just going to stand now because that's quite invigorating. That's waking up. Just stand, feet shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. Just allow your hands just to rest on 2 lovely balls of energy. This is where my hands have gone. There's different ways you can hold your hand, but I'm just resting them on 2 lovely balls. I'm just standing. I'm sitting on a ball of energy. It's a ball of energy between my legs, keeping my legs slightly open. I'm sitting on a ball of energy, a beautiful ball. I've got 2 hands resting on another couple of balls. Or you can see it's all one ball, it doesn't matter. It is standing. And just spread your toes, spread your feet. Really, it's best if you're doing this barefooted. Take your socks off if you can, take your shoes off. Spread those toes. The feet are so important. Look at your feet and spread your toes, wiggle your toes a bit. Okay? And then we're just going to hold our belly and our heart. Your belly, your heart. My belly, my heart. So I'm just holding myself. And I don't know about you, but I'm quite disturbed. Well, let's say there's disturbance in my energy field, in my mind, in my heart, with what's going on in America, with the guy that was murdered, killed, if you like. Anyway, you probably all know about that, but this black American guy. So I think America at the moment is, well, it's traumatized anyway through it. There's a bit of trauma going on. I think those of us who are sensitive are a bit shaken up with what's happening. And it's happening around the world, it's not just America. There's injustice everywhere. So we need to be able to hold ourselves, contain ourselves so we don't get drawn into unnecessary struggles or unnecessary pain that's, yeah, we can feel it, but we need to come from the basis of love. Okay, that's good. Just rake the fingers up, click the fingers, stroke. Also, I'm using my feet just to, and my feet, my fingers, and just flick your fingers, flick away any energy, any stale, sleepy energy that you don't want, any dreams, any worries, just flick them away. Get up. Good. Rub the hands again. Rub the throats again. Back of the head again. Throats again. Shake again. And then we're going to do some down the hands, the arms, tapping, coming back to the doing. And whatever I'm saying, I'm sure you're just following your own body's needs. It might be different to mine. That's okay. Down the outside, up the inside. Okay, other side, down the outside, up the inside. Yeah, shake the fingers. And as I do this, it's like throwing away the worries, throwing away the tensions. In the sound, make the sound. My Qigong teacher, he used to do this at the start of a session like that, especially it's sort of, it gets rid and it also calms the energy. I did it. And this was 40 years ago when I learned this. When did I learn it? Well, in the 80s anyway, when I did this Qigong. Right, okay, we've got the hips. We'll work down to the hips, we'll work to the hands a bit, the fingers, the shoes and the fingers. I can hear my body's doing it. Good man. Flicking the fingers. Yeah, okay. Once more, let's roll those knees. And now, while we're holding these, we're just going to tap down the outsides of the legs and up the inside. Out the outside. Up the inside. Down the outside. From the hips. Up the inside. and then put one foot forward, front and back, front and back, up and down. Good, 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 okay. So let's just stand again now, just stand quietly, just experiencing the energy in the body. Knees slightly bent, feet shoulder width apart. Spread your toes, wake your toes up. Feel the space between the toes, the spaces between the toes, spaces between your fingers. Sitting on a ball of energy. Ball of energy, between your legs, just your hands resting on. So you're just surrounded by and you're resting on balls of energy. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really be aware of your feet, spreading your toes, spreading the outsides of the feet, the insides of the feet. Coming onto your toes, coming back onto your heels. So you're really finding your feet and the energy's coming up through the earth. Just imagine you're putting roots down into the air. They're going down and down and they're mingling into the air. So you might be in a flat or wherever you are. You might be high, but you can just feel connected to the earth. Roots going down and the energy's coming back up. The earth energy is coming up. It's coming up through the toes, through the middle of your feet, through the ankles, the calves, the shins, the knee joints, thighs. Just imagine this energy coming up, energizing your legs, your hips, your buttocks, your genitals. Your pelvic region, through the bones, through the bone marrow, through the joints of each little bone in the legs and the feet and the knees. And the knee joints are open. Come up into the hips now. If you've got a knee pain, just forget about the knee and bring your energy awareness up into your hips. Don't put your awareness into your knees. That's if you've got knee pain. Bring your energy higher into your hips. Be aware of your feet, but bringing your energy into your hips. Your awareness up here. Don't sink too low if you've got any knee problems. Okay, into the spine, into the spinal column. It goes all the way up into the belly, into the lower belly, the middle belly, into the Tantien, an energy center here, up into the lungs, in front of you, the sides of you, behind you. The lungs are a cage. So bringing your energy up now from the earth all the way up, sucking your belly up a bit. Yeah, we're going to lengthen the belly, we're going to lengthen the body. So you can even do this, bring your belly up. So often we let our bellies flop, we let all our energy flop down. Bring the energy up, even lift your belly up. Yeah, up into your, as high as it'll go. So yeah, so you're not doing that, you're doing that. Okay. Into your shoulders. I'm going to let my hands down now, but I'm bringing the energy up through my arms, fingers, arms, neck and shoulder. I'm still connected to the earth. There's energy still coming up. I'm still connected to the earth. but I'm also coming up through the body to the neck, to the throat. Open your throat, to your jaw, loosen your jaw. Nobody's there with you, so you can just loosen your jaw. Tongue behind your jaw, behind your teeth, your cheekbones, your eyes. Let the eyes relax. Your sockets, forehead, temples, scalp. Okay, I'm just going to do this. So the energy's coming up and going down. So I'm doing this movement now, bringing the energy up and taking it down, bringing it up, taking it, catching the chi, bending, catching the chi from the earth, bringing it up, taking. And breathing is important, so you breathe in and bring it up, breathe out, and take it. Breathing the energy from the air, it's coming up, right through the body, taking it. Breathing in. Taking it. And now as we're standing, so we're still standing, feet shoulder width apart, sitting on this ball of energy. And feel, we're going to do a little bit of something called spontaneous Qigong, but first we'll just hold the ball. Now there's a ball just coming in front of us. I'm holding it a bit. It's connected to my belly, my hara, my central. It's connected to the spine, the spinal column. And the spine is not just solid, it's fluid. Imagine we're an energy body. Our whole body is alive with energy flowing through all the bones and the marrow and the joints. And you can even hold the ball. So the ball, you've got this lovely ball here, ball of energy. And maybe let your hands go around the ball. And just try and get a sense or a feel of this ball of energy. So I'm taking us now into some movement. But your ball might be smaller than mine. Mine's quite big because I'm used to doing this, and my ball of energy is just getting bigger. Your ball might not be. Just let it move into the body, move through the body and around. And it might want to do its own movements. So allow your body just to move in ways it wants to. So all the time we're connected to the earth, roots going down into the earth, coming up to the crown of the head. So I'm just spontaneously following my body's need to move in whatever way it wants. Yours might be different to mine, so you do what your body wants to do. And I'm just going to move around a little bit. You move around if you want, or you can just stand, I don't know. But I'm having to follow my body a little bit, so loosen up. If you can, just loosen up, let go. Just flow with the day, flow with the energy of the day. And it's always like bringing the energy in. Bringing the energy in from the earth or from the sky, or up in the sky maybe. We're bringing it in and letting it go. So I'm just moving around and touching for whatever I need to do. Yours will be different. It's your movement, your body, your energy, our energy. We're connected. We're connected out there. Okay, that was just a little bit of spontaneous movement. I hope that wasn't too strange. Maybe some of you are Qigong practitioners, I don't know. I'm just coming closer to the screen. It's just a little screen here. Just so you can see me, or I can see, yeah, I can see me. I'm just going to look into the... So I'm just kneeling at the moment. And I'm just settling down. I'm just going to move my iPad. I've got an iPad. I'm just going to move it down a little bit. Because what I'm going to do now, or we can do now if you want, is just a little bit of waking the feet up. I haven't included the feet yet. So let's just sit either cross-legged or on the chair or wherever we can and just massage our feet. So, I don't know if you can foot one way and the hips and the heel the other way slightly. So, just look at your foot. It's your foot. How is your foot? Say hello to it. My buddy, say hello to your foot.
Hello, foot.
That's right. Say hello to your toes.
Hello, toes.
That's good. That's good. So, what I like doing is putting my fingers through each of the spaces in the toes. So the space between it, so I put my little finger through the first space between the toes, my next finger. You might not be able to do this, you perhaps can do it, I don't know. So each finger goes between each space in the toe. So eventually you've got each of your fingers through each of the spaces of your toes, like that, somehow like that. So we're just creating some space, because it's amazing how important the feet are. They're so important. So whatever you're doing, be tender with your foot. I'm not, being really tender and kind, but create some space between the toes. I hope you've had a nice shower, so your feet are really nice and smelly. I mean, not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Your feet are your feet. However, that got today. And then just look at your foot and massage underneath your foot and at the top of your foot. And then you can let go and then just create a bit of space by just opening between the toes. And just look at I've really grown to love my feet. Because when I was 21, I fell 30 foot, for those of you who don't know. I was a sailor. I was at sea in the coming into the Caribbean from the UK, and I fell off a mast, and I landed and I fractured loads of bones in my foot, and I got taken to hospital in the Panama Canal. For those of you who might have heard of the Panama Canal, but I was in hospital for 2 weeks. So my foot has played me up for the last 20 years anyway. So it's, I'm really aware of feet. So going to your other foot now. And how is your feet? Say hello to your feet again, Mahabodhi. Look at your feet.
Hi, foot.
Right. Don't get spaced out. None of us don't get to come into our feet. Don't worry about my story. Massaging your foot and your toes. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, there's my foot. Circling the ankle. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Another foot. Okay. So, there we are. The feet are a bit more brought into it. I cannot overemphasize how important the feet
I mean, the whole body is, and the spine and the heart, all that. But for me, anyway, because if I walk mindfully on my feet are alive and feeling good. It just really grounds me and connects me to the earth. Okay, now listen, Mahabodhi, how are we doing? Well,
Yeah.
would you like to say anything now and just...
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how it's amazing how when you're doing bodywork, when you start out, it's like it takes a while, doesn't it, for something to happen, and then you can go through. What I experience is going through phases where I feel a bit tired, and I think, oh, this has been going on a long time now, but I think if you knew, if you knew or you're not new, you need to take, as we've both said repeatedly, you need to take responsibility. Maybe you need to have a sit down and stop for a while, and
Yes.
there's no forcing ourselves, is there, to keep going?
No, that's right.
So often we need to do something and then rest, and do something and then rest,
Yeah.
and work
Yes.
like that. So yeah.
That's right. So that's quite,
But it's good. But it's still good to have a good session. I think it lasts longer through the day. Having a session like that. So I feel quite alive now, and my mental states are much more expansive than they were half an hour ago. Yeah.
So we've done about 35 minutes there, or 30 minutes. Anyway,
yeah.
Well done for those of you who have managed to keep going. And as Matt Betty just said there, take your time, and it's your body, your energy, and what I'm saying might not speak to you, and that's fine. But it's giving you a little bit of a introduction and connection to working with the body in a particular way.
Yeah. So you're going to take us into so Dharmabandhu does something called focusing quite a lot. So focusing is a way of connecting with kind of almost like kind of hidden messages in the body that have come about through. So I've said before about the mind and emotions and the body being interconnected. So sometimes things just kind of manifest down in the body, and we can access all sorts of things through the body, and this is what focusing is about. But you can tell us more about it, can't you, Dharmabandhu?
Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm just going to move to a slightly another place. I'm moving over here in my room, so because I've just had a cold shower, and there's no heating in my flat. For some reason, the heating stopped last night. I mean, I know it's hot and it's a lovely day now, but I'm moving over near the sun, so I'm in the sun. So you get yourself a nice place, or just sit on your chair wherever you are. I'm moving over here. This is my place where I do my focusing quite often. So I'm just taking this off. So for those of you who haven't done focusing, it's a system developed by a philosopher, psychologist, Eugene Gendlin, quite some time ago now. I've been learning it for about 2 years or more. And it's about connecting with what's called a felt sense, which is the sense of the body and the mind and the heart, which is deeper than the thoughts and the emotions and the moods. But anyway, first of all, then we're going to do what's called an attunement. Or at least the way I'm learning it is an attunement. So if you can just perhaps close your eyes or keep them open, but whatever works for you. But I'm going to do a bit of an attunement. It's like a meditation. It's very meditative. So, and I'm going to do it in my way, my meditative way. So just relaxing now. into your body, whether you're sitting or kneeling or standing or lying down. It's fine to do any of these. And just become aware of the energy in your body now. How is your body? So just welcoming yourself this morning even more. Saying hello to your body even more. Say hello, body. Thank you for doing all these things you do every day. That we do together. It's not separate. We're not separate. The body-mind is one organism, if you like, or one energy. So we're not alienated from it. We're in it. We're in our bodies. We are our bodies, actually. We are our body-mind. We're body-mind. So this, as you know, the body work, it brings us into our energy, it brings us into, so that we're not alienated from our energy, from our body energy. You probably know all this anyway. So yeah, saying hello to our bodies even more. Our feet, our hands, our fingers, our toenails, our fingernails, tips of our fingers, tips of our toes, our buttocks, our bellies, our genitals. Don't be shy of the genitals, they're part of us, they're such an important part, aren't they? The internal organs, each internal organ, our hearts, our ribs, and we can just hold ourselves again, metaphorically or physically, just holding ourselves. And just it's about being really kind. With yourself. I'm just getting a cushion. I was on the knees then. Just getting a cushion. But carry on just sitting, with yourself. And welcoming the day, saying hello to the day. Hello, sun. Wonderful sun. Hello, sky. Blue sky here in Brighton. Hello, trees. Hello, my room. Hello. And just look around you. Perhaps I'm taking you into a spontaneous. Just look around you in your room. Just notice what's there in your room or outside as well. And just notice what you're noticing. What are you noticing? I'm noticing the tree outside my window. I'm noticing I'm sitting on the ground. I'm noticing the clock is ticking. I'm noticing my body is sitting in front of me on the screen. So just noticing. Okay, and then perhaps you can close your eyes again if you want. Noticing your breathing. Noticing your belly moving. Noticing where your hands are touching or placed. So yeah, we usually start by, it's how I like to start, is by just noticing what's here, what I'm aware of. noticing any sounds. And in focusing, we're very much with things. We're not just noticing from a distance, we're with whatever we're noticing. We're with the breath, we're in the breath. We are the breath. The breath is breathing us. So breathing in, maybe through the nostrils, through the mouth, down into the throat, to the lungs, down into the belly, and out again. And maybe just allow, you can breathe with the whole of your body. Your whole body is breathing. Each cell in the body is breathing away. I know that's, the skin is breathing. So we're using our imagination here. But you can imagine the whole body is breathing. And it's breathing with kindness. It's a kindly breath, a loving breath. You can breathe in love and kindness and health and well-being. Breathe in whatever you need for yourself. What do you need this morning? And the way I'm learning the focusing, perhaps you're noticing some unhappy thoughts or, I don't know, or feelings or a mood. But we welcome everything in focusing. If you're feeling, if there's some sadness, you say, welcome sadness. Or there's a part of me that feels sad. We don't identify, we don't say I'm this or I'm that, or I'm, there might be some anger, so say welcome anger. This part of me that feels this anger. Or this part of me that feels sad. There's part of me that's joyful. There's part of me that's alive. So we don't over-identify with any emotional mood or state of mind. Welcome these thoughts, whatever they are. They're just thoughts. They're only a part of you. They're not the whole of you. We're much more than our thoughts and our emotions and our moods. And in the focusing, we're trying to get to something. What's behind? What wants to come forward in you? What wants to be known in you? Perhaps you don't quite know what it is yet. This is what focusing does. It's helping us to go what's called the implicit. What's implicit in your life? What's trying to come forwards? So just being with yourself in this kind, loving way. Noticing what's there. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get sad. They're all parts of me. So welcoming each part. It's like the loving kindness. It's the loving kindness meditation. We welcome. Say hello to. Wants to be known. And it's okay to be known. It's good to be known. It's just a part of you, this part, and there's something else wants to be known. And carry on breathing, feel connected. So we have at any point things are getting a bit difficult or a bit strong, and you might just want to pause. Just, pause, just stop, take stock, and always come back to your body, grounding. So we're really set up well for focusing this morning. We're really grounded in our bodies, in our awareness, in our presence. We say something called gap or grounded aware presence. And then we're going to expand from ourselves, if you want to, and just bring to mind a good friend. We're going to kind of move into a little bit of meditation, loving kindness. But it's the same, because we're all here connected. Whoever's out there, I don't know who you are, but I'm connected to you and you're connected to me, and we're all connected to each other. So I've noticed now the time, and it's that we've been going for 54 minutes, something like that, 53. So we're going to keep going for another 5 or 10 minutes. Just sending the love now out from our own hearts. I'm sending it to Dharmabandhu because it's a friend of mine. You could be sending it to somebody else. I'm sending it to Sue. I'm sending it to my good friends, Chittavasan, Ratnaguna, maybe to your partner, to your loved ones, to your family, to my brothers and sisters. I doubt if they'll be here, but we're sending this connection to them. So this is not orthodox, if you like, or orthodox in the sense this is not the way we're taught some mindfulness or the metta, but it's all meditation, working with our minds, with our hearts. Breathing. And let's extend our awareness to all those people we don't know. Millions and billions out there. And in a way they're in here. Whether they're out there, they're in here. They're not out there actually, they're in here. They're in our hearts. In our minds. It's just another way of looking at it, internal, out, inner and outer. Could say I carry the whole world in my heart, in my mind. And let's send this kindness out to all those who are struggling today. May they find some peace, well-being. Some could be food. Starving people out there. There's people in all sorts of very difficult situations. May they be well, may they find peace, may they find what they're looking for. Maybe it's money, maybe it's food, maybe it's healing of some kind, maybe it's connection. So we're a community. The focusing community is a community. But living beings are a community. We're all a community, really, humanity. So sending this kindness, this connection to all those we don't like, or who don't like us, we don't know who they are, but we might know some people, but may they be well and happy and free from suffering. May they receive what they need to be happy today. We don't have to like them, but just as a human being. The cop, Sue, that cop, I don't know who it was, brought about the death of this black guy, George Floyd. All the troubles going on in America and throughout the world. It's too big, it's big. America's only one country. What about the UK? What about the injustice of kindness to all those? All the politicians, they're just doing the best they can. All these sort of conspiracies, so-called, may they be well. Who knows what's really going on? All beings everywhere, may they be well and free from suffering. We don't have to get caught up into the dramas. Staying in our bodies, in our hearts. Being with our friends, being with our family, people we don't know, those we don't get on with. The Buddha, when he gained enlightenment, he saw him, when he was close to enlightenment, Mara tried to tempt him, but he tried to throw him off guard by sending his armies of wrath and anger and rage and destruction, and he just met them with kindness. And the arrows and you could say the bullets, you could say the destruction was turned into flowers of love. So we're facing our demons in the meditation, if you like, welcoming, saying hello, and greeting them with kindness. And all the lustful thoughts, the desires, the needs, the cravings, the addictions, and saying hello to all that side of us. All our worries and anxieties and fears. Hello, fear. Hello, anger. Hello, rage. They're just parts of us, but not the whole of it. And let's greet the non-human beings, the animals. Well, we're a human animal, but our other animal friends, the birds, the fish, the mammals, the cows, those lovely cows that are hurt through our system. Anyway, don't want to go too far, but just all the animals and the birds and the fish, may they be well, each animal. Each bird, each fish, each insect, the microbes. And the planet itself, the rocks, the mountains, the rivers, the oceans, the beautiful, amazing planet we live on. The whole planet itself, our home. So this is all part of our community. This is all, we welcome it all. the good, the bad, the ugly, the difficult. It's just a part of who we are. We're much bigger than that. The cosmos, the sun, thank the sun, thank the moon, thank the stars, thank the galaxies. All life. Hello, welcome. You're all welcome here. You're all part of me, I'm part of you. Okay, we're going to bring this little focusing type meditation. I've never taught a class of it before. I've only started sharing it with a couple of friends recently, so I don't know, I've wandered into the loving kindness meditation as well. So just let's sitting with ourselves, you know, coming back to our bodies. Just breathing. In our hearts. I've said a lot, I know that. Take what you need. I'm going to hand over to you, Mahabodhi, now, and maybe you want to finish up in some way or take it somewhere else, I don't know. Maybe you want to do a little bit of meditation, but I'll hand over to you for a moment.
Thanks. Well, I don't really have anything to say.
Can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. You know, I think it's just nice to do, you know, have the body work and have the bit of focusing, a bit of loving kindness meditation, and I think what you kind of exemplify really is that the connecting with what's important, you know. So I think meditation at its best is when we are just quite intuitive about, you know, what do we need to do now, or, you know, do I need to connect with how I'm feeling or draw that out more? Do I need to think of others, you know? And so I think that's what, you know, you kind of range around, you know, kind of the body, feelings, other people. It's all they're all brought together really. It's all important stuff, isn't it? You know. So yeah. So I think thanks a lot, Dharmabandhu.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody, whoever's out there. Okay, lots of love. Have a great day. Best day you can.
Yeah.
Make well, free from suffering.